All right, welcome back, Pokemon Go players, to another episode of the Purified podcast. Today is November 17, 2024. I am your host, Wiz Palacios, with my co-host, Chris.
Yo, it's your boy Pokemon Trigger, please. It has been a lovely, lovely week. It's been very exciting to play, I feel like, right now. And definitely looking forward to, talking about what we got this week.
Yeah, we actually got quite of information from the world. What's ever happening in the side of the world right now is currently being like intense right now. I've been watching some videos from all the content creators that done gone, and it's kind of wild. Hence the name, Into the Wild. But yeah, we got a few things to recap. Of course, we are into the event, Simply Groundbreaking. Actually, did that just end it the moment I started the podcast? Yes, it did, didn't it?
Oh, no.
Nah, doesn't really matter. So, we'll recap that event. We'll recap a little bit of Into the Wild, which will be starting pretty soon in our area. It is starting in other places right now. And then, of course, we'll see what we can prep for this weekend, since all the information it's out there for you guys now more than ever. Give me 1 second. I'm still trying to do a few things here. There you go. All right. With that being said, of course, we are here talk about Pokemon Go news, updates, and ranting about the game because we love the game just as much as everybody else. My OBS is really acting up a little bit weird, so hopefully you guys are not having so much trouble actually listening to me, but we are part of the Pokemon Professor Network. Please check us out, PokemonProfessor.com/Purified Podcast. Yeah, that is not working today. So wonderful to be able to work with every single time. Make sure you check out a range of wonderful part-time creators out there who has a passion for Pokemon and gaming alike. And then, of course, just check everybody out. Hopefully everything will be good. And yeah, so all right, I gotta do everything manually here today. How's your week been, Chris?
It's been fantastic. I switched positions at my job.
Okay.
Which, before I could play a bunch of Pokemon Go, but now I can play it even more.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Which mostly it's because I don't have to get in the pool as much. So I can have the Go Plus going around me pretty safely and just check a bunch more.
That's good. It's good.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I get to see the outside world now.
Man, how long has it been since you've been in here, brother? It's been like this for like months now.
Yeah, as the Pokemon turn, he just looks at you. It's been a lovely week. Weather's been pretty good over here. It's been raining a little bit, but not like bad. It's been pretty good to play Pokemon Go recently.
Yeah, well, I mean, through the events and everything, I think that preparing for this next weekend is very, very important regardless. Yeah, that's true. Also, Hamtaro, yeah. But yeah, it's been an interesting few weeks for just the game itself. We do have more to come. I really don't know what to say at this point. What do you got for me, brother? It's like, what you got in this week?
It looks like it hasn't been too crazy. I will brag really quick about the thing I posted in the Discord with you. The 15-15-14 Dynamax Drillbur. Very, very excited about that for taking on the Gigantamax and Dynamax Toxtricities. So I've been working on that a little bit, trying to get that strike power up to 3.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping to have that Dynamax shiny too, but I'm hoping Gigantamax Toxtricity shiny will be a thing.
It is. Well, it will be
for me. No, I'm joking. But I got a shiny Galarian Slowpoke, and yesterday I Go Plus a shiny Ditto.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it's been a pretty good week. Question.
Yes.
Was Excadrill shiny?
Yes.
Okay, so it could be found shiny in the wild.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there is a ton more of those than I thought there'd be in the wild.
I
But yeah, tell me about your haul.
I didn't see too many Excadrill. I think I saw maybe one or two, but that's because everywhere I was going wasn't really a spawn place for the
Dude,
game. So
there was sunny weather everywhere,
oh,
man.
I've been having like windy weather and cloudy weather the entire time. So it's been nice. Actually, for the first time in forever. Yeah, okay. It's been like really, really, really nice outside. Not a lot of humidity. Nice windy days. It's actually last Friday was like insanely colder than usual for a lot of us here. So if I'm cold,
There was some wind, man.
yeah, if I'm cold, I'm sure Chris is colder because he's a little bit up north than me. But yeah, it's been a crazy time. The only thing I can show for this week, unfortunately, is a shiny Phanpy, which is actually my second one. So I'm gonna evolve that for you guys today, since
That's a
I have
good one.
now completed the set, and that is pretty cool. I do like the evolution of it. And what's the name of it again?
Dawn fan.
Yep. So Dawn's Fan Shiny is actually a pretty good, nice orangey, greenish color. So I'll take it. It's nice to actually have the family ready to go. Aside from that, I did do some Dynamax dribble just to get ready, and the best one I got was actually a 15, 11, 15. So I think this was going to be my intake into the event going into the global wild area. Just to get ready for those dynamics. So, and toxicities more than anything. It's been an interesting information that we have gotten. So let's get right into the news. Also, I did not get any handles this week because my Gold Plus has just been going crazy, and I've been super super busy at work this last few days. So I barely even been able to run my Gold Plus. I'm ready for the wild area though. I have like over 1,000 of each Pokeball at this point, so I'm good there. Also, did you notice? I don't know if you updated the game or not, but I'm sure it was a force update. Did you see the new UI for Pokeballs and berries when you do in the cast screen? Instead of like sliding through, it goes up like a little menu.
What? No, I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, I don't know if you're watching stream, but well, actually, I can't really show you because there's not a Pokemon in the wall right now.
Yeah,
Anyhow.
I can try to check it in a second. I don't think I've noticed that yet though. But
Yeah,
I think I've been running the Go Plus a bunch.
Oh, okay. Well, that means you just
So
haven't
I'm
clicked.
wondering if that's why.
No, it's just basically it. For some reason, the menu itself. So you know that when you select a berry or a Pokeball, it just scrolls to the side that it goes from.
Yes.
So either left or right. Now it actually pops a little menu from bottom to top. So it's still possible to do quick catch with it if you know what you're doing.
It's just weird.
It just feels weird. Just because the menu pops up on top instead of you actually. You can still do the quick catch mechanic. It's just a little convoluted. Doesn't really hurt it. It may take an extra second, maybe half a second to really do what you're trying to do with the quick catch. But regardless, it's not a bad thing to keep an eye on when it comes down to it. And yeah, that's pretty much on the small little miscellaneous stuff. We'll get into now some news and preparations that we're going to have for it. So, okay, so Go Wild area the Go Wild area in Japan happened this weekend. I'm sure it's already over because it's, the future over there right now. But it's been crazy to actually watch the videos. The insane information of the Mighty Pokémon season. It's crazy. Toxicity.
Oh my gosh.
Toxicity. Yeah, Toxicity seems to be a strong Pokemon to beat down. So you may need a really strong community to beat it down regardless. Some wild stuff, of course, shiny chances are there for the people over in Japan. But yeah, let's recap all those things right here, right now. The wild area in Japan started, of course, on Saturday. Yeah, I believe it was on Saturday. So, Saturday, of course, Japan time, really early in the day. And then everybody started catching all types of Pokemons. Now, let's go down the list of information. First and foremost, Toxtricity and Gigantamax Toxtricity will be, of course, available through the Wild Area event. They're not impossible to beat, but they have almost the same amount of scaling to the regular Dynamax debut. So, like the starters, Dynamax and everything. I'm sorry, Gigantamax debuts. So it may take a good chunk of group to be able to be ready for it. However, if your group has prepared well enough for this types of things, I think you should be fine. Metagross is okay. Of course, Excadrill will be the top-notch pick against it. And then in Toxtricity, regular Dynamax is going to be out there too. And then, of course, it's going to be in 4-star raids, which also might be remotable for the first time ever. Any thoughts on that, Chris?
Definitely an interesting choice to let them be remoted.
Not the Gigantamax or Gigantamax battles, but only the raids, of course.
Oh, yeah, the raids, yeah. That makes sense to me. I was thinking, for whatever reason, they were letting people remote into the Dynamax and Gigantamax dens.
Yeah, no, that's still not going to be possible. And I don't think the mechanics is there for remotable stuff anyways. But regardless of how it may be, just really want to get your group together, organized just like before. And of course, getting it a little bit organized for an event like this, for a 2-day event, that everybody's going to be doing complete different things, like, raiding or catching or anything like that. It's gonna be a wild event, and hence the name.
Yeah. I was like, what's that pun?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be the pun for the rest of the day anyways today. Okay, second on the list is going to be the Mighty Pokémon. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because it's really important to know the Mighty Pokémons are really, really, really hard to catch. However, you do have the brand new Go Safari Ball that's gonna be introduced for us in global, and of course the ones in Japan had it. So the Safari Balls have been confirmed to have higher chance of catching any type of Pokemon, including the Mighty Pokemon at that point, which is really good. They're almost as close as Beast Balls in terms of things. They're not guaranteed, of course, catch, but they are better than any Ultra Ball or anything that you might have in your inventory. So that's really good to know. And however, they get more Go Safari Balls throughout the day because of the event. Well, we're only gonna get a few in between time researches and other, maybe lucky some ones in the Pokestops anyways. I don't know. I would suggest be very conservative for the first few times and be ready for any Mighty Pokemons to appear. Now, the final information about Mighty Pokemons are two things. One, their IVs is incredibly high. I think the lowest IVs on any Mighty Pokemons can be an 11, 11, 11. However, that actually doesn't change that you can actually catch this between level 45 to 50. I'm going to let Chris talk now.
Dude, catching a level 50 in the wild with the odds of being an immediate hundo is groundbreaking. And I really think we should be saving our Safari Balls 90% of the time to use on these things.
Yes. Also to note that shiny Mighty Pokemons will be catchable and they do not run away. So you do have your chances there. However, if you use anything but Safari Balls, you're most likely not going to catch them anytime soon.
You're sitting there for 30 minutes trying to catch it.
It's like, this thing doesn't want to get it. It's like, I just ate 500 of my Pokeballs. Oh, man. But yeah, so it's going to be a little bit tough. And they are high chances of running away too. So know what you're targeting. All Mighty Pokemons are really, really cool. They're all mostly XXL too. So you'll get huge ones in that sense. They're almost alpha Pokemons at this point, if you don't know Legend Arceus. But it does give you a chances of having higher IVs, higher shiny chance maybe, and also higher chance of a Shundo. I've seen almost every video out there from Japan, and at least one of each one of the content creators have a Shundo because of that event, which is crazy to know. So, but yeah, it's actually really good that the IVs are higher. When you see a Mighty Pokemon, you'll see, of course, the CP name, but it will have exclamation marks. So that means that the IVs, or I'm sorry, the Pokemon itself, it's once it's mighty, and two, that the CP is usually out of the range of most trainers at that point. So it's always gonna have that, even for level 50 or anything like that. So anybody who's in that range of CP range or anything. So just to note, that is something to go forward with. Pretty good information from the Wild event over in Japan. And then the last but not least, two different powerful raids happening throughout the global event. And that, of course, will be Origin Form, Dialga, and Palkia, which they also have special backgrounds and their special moves actually added to it, or at least a chance to get the special moves. And then Primal, Kyogre, and Prabal Groudon will be in the global area. Now, they weren't in Japan, meaning that only the Origin forms were really good, readable there. What are your thoughts on this? Like, I know that between you and I, Chris, that we have basically almost everything we wanted from the primals. So right now we're just looking for the Origin forms.
Yeah. Literally, I would like to get a good IV Palkia.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for Master League. But I'm okay to do a few primals here and there.
Yeah.
But yeah, Origin forms I think are definitely my chase for this event out of the raids, other than the Gigantamax stuff.
That's true. I mean, if you have, excuse me, if you have actually played through this event or through most of the last few years of events, primal Pokemons really don't necessarily need to be rated anytime soon. They're most likely gonna come back anyways. I don't know why they had to jump back into this event too, because we already have everything else that we're trying to chase for, especially the new things. Like all the Toxtricities, all the Mighty Pokemons. I was happy with just going over Gigantamax or Dynamax at this point, but adding more rates and everything, I know this is a thing for everybody. I just don't know if adding super sought off Pokemons like the Primals or the Origin forms all into one event. I think that was a mistake. At least we'll see how it will really go, because everybody's not gonna be able to really coordinate one thing of the other. Now, Primals are still very, 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 very hard to actually beat down, unless you have a good chunk of trainers with you. You want to have at least 6+ trainers, and that's, of course, with good counters. And then Origin forms are also in the same category in that sense. They're a little bit easier to take down because they're still only legendary Pokemon at that point. But they're strong enough to know that you're going to need good counters and good chunk of people out there to be able to play, which if you coordinate your community enough, you'll be able to really do. I'm a little less hopeful for the rural player or somebody who's just out there in the big city just to play this event or something like that, So it really depends on other things. Chris, keep talking for a minute. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, I highly recommend to people, if you need the primal energy / mega energy, try to get that out of the way ASAP. I will say, once you have the energy, you can catch a Groudon Kyogre trade for one. And, I don't even think the ones during this event have their special moves. I could be wrong. But you can always get a Kyogre and a Groudon at a later time, and, you'll be good to go. The Giratina. The Palkias and the Dialgas, I think, are a lot more rare than trying to get a Kyogre and Groudon, just because of how often we've had those in the past. So I would, in my opinion, I just feel like you're definitely going to want to go after those more, especially because their adventure effects actually do a lot more in the game that benefit the player. Especially, you can just catch a Palkia and use its spatial rend to immediately start seeing more shiny chances on the map for this event, or
Ooh.
get a Dialga and make your lucky eggs and everything last a lot longer. So definitely keep that in mind for this event.
So there is one last thing that I forgot to mention, and this is actually really, really important for anybody playing this game. Try to run your daily instance during this event.
Another reason to get Dialga.
Yes. And if you really need to, save your Safari Balls for the Galarian birds. Because the rate of catching the Galarian bird with a Safari Ball is really, really high.
Dude. Yeah, make sure your buddy isn't a Galarian bird unless you don't want it to be a Zora, guys.
Yes. So I have seen instances on Twitter from anybody in Japan that has run their daily instance almost the entire day through the event, and encountered so many Galarian birds, and they caught so many Galarian birds. It's been crazy.
Oh my god.
It's I was just like, okay, I don't know how to feel about this now.
You see, I need to see the screenshot of like 10 Galarian birds in one incense page.
Hold on.
Oh my gosh, he's bringing up a link. Oh no.
Hold on. Make sure that nothing else happened there. Hold on. Where is it? I know somebody did. Well, okay. So while I look for this real quick, because if not, I'm gonna be here forever. I know that people have been posting things online for it. Let me see if actually he has it or not. Where are all my peeps? Oh, it's because I don't have the right account here. I have 300 accounts, guys. Don't worry. Just to make sure that everybody can listen to the podcast. Also, Chris, can you still hear me?
Say what?
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that my computer is also acting like really, really badly right now, so I do apologize for anything that might happen. Okay. Do I have anybody who has actually retweeted that? Probably not. Probably yes. There's okay. Yeah, here it is.
Oh no.
Yeah, here it is. Okay, let me show you to everybody out there. So somebody in Japan, I don't know how much time they actually run the daily instance. However, this is their lineup: Mighty Dragonite, Galarian Articuno, Mighty Venusaur, 3 Galarian Moltres, a Toxicroak, Lapras, a Rockruff, a Poliwrath, Lapras again, and then also a Galarian Zapdos.
Oh my god.
All in the same screen. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to run it the entire day. The Alga's going to get all my candies.
Hopefully, we get the same benefit, right?
Yes.
I'm same odds.
I think that how the program of the Ghost Safari Balls are there, it actually makes sense that it's going to be beneficial for you anyways. But yeah, it's gonna be a wild event, regardless of how maybe.
How do you know that those are mighty Pokemon?
Because
based on the adventure incense.
So those are the ones that they mentioned through the blog post, and at the same time, I've been seeing people actually getting shiny Dragonites, Lapras, and even Poliwraths from the event. Even JT Valor actually got a shiny Poliwrath from that. So I know they're mighty Pokemons. I don't know if the daily instance is going to be a cure to the event itself. Mm-hmm. But they seem to be spawning just as regularly as any other Pokemon from the event itself. So it's gonna be really, 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 really cool to see.
That's interesting.
I don't know if the effectiveness from Japan is gonna come over to us. I hope they do. I just know that it's possible to know that you might be able to catch a few legendary birds if you run your daily instance throughout the day. However, one thing to actually know, I'm sure that the special research or the time research is going to actually tell you to run an instance. Make sure you're on that step if you're going to run your daily adventure instance.
Yeah.
you do run it, because if not, you're gonna be stuck on that page for a while.
Yeah, or more specifically, don't extend it until this part.
Well, the problem is that if you're gonna run it, you're gonna have to extend it.
Oh
Through,
no, you're right. Yeah, you can't let it run out.
yeah, you can't let it
You
run
make a
out.
good point.
Yeah, so be very careful when you actually are ready to use your daily avalanche instance. Just make sure that you run your. You mean you can run it for half a day, and you'll still be quite a bit of away from the day. And also make sure that you don't use any other adventure effects before then or after that. Because if you use the Alga's adventure effect and then you want to use something else, it's going to run out your timer a lot faster. So be very careful on that. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Now, to your points, because I did hear a little bit of coming back from what I was doing. Just because the event is jam-packed with many different things, make sure you are getting ready for the things that you want to look forward. So the origin forms, origin form Palkia Dialga has only been out a few times, more than anything, probably only once since the last event. So it's something that we're gonna be definitely chasing this event for all things purposes. So I might do a couple of Groudon Primals if there's enough people, just because I need that Shando still. So, but that's accordingly. Now, one other final thing here is the custom Pokemons. So Snorlax and Pikachu Pop and Pikachu Rock will be available throughout this event. Make sure that you are trying to catch them. Snorlax will also be Mighty Pokémon throughout the event, so make sure of that. Very, 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 very important to actually catch them, if you can get a Shando. I literally saw like 10 Shandos throughout the entire weekend. So I'm not kidding. This is actually like, it's getting to the point where I'm like, I'm so sad that I'm gonna miss half the day on Saturday for this.
Oh my god! Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, you're gonna be bored. You're going to work, right, or you have the day off?
What day?
Saturday.
I'll be working both days, but okay. I get out at a decent time that I don't really feel bad.
Okay, cool enough. Yeah, I got some personal stuff. I'm getting ready for Friday and Saturday, but Sunday I'm gonna go full blast. I'm gonna try to do as much as I can. I do have the ticket, so I'll see what I can do on my own on Saturday. I won't be moving too much though, so that's the only problem. Unless we're moving, so that's a different story in the end of the day. But yeah, that's pretty much almost all the information that I recall seeing from all the Japan videos that I've been seeing. Do you have anything to add, Chris, or should we just move on to our next preps?
Yeah, nothing I can really think about adding. Just, if you've never played an event like this, try to load up on Pokeballs ahead of time. Yes. If possible. We got a little bit of time to get ready for it. And definitely make space so you're not sitting there scrambling, trying to get, a Galarian bird from your adventure instance.
Yeah. Be prepared with those Safari Balls too, because there's going to be a really interesting to use throughout the day. And also, of course, use them all, because they're going to go away if you don't. So real quick, I want to get back into the Wild event that's happening at the end of tonight, basically. Yes, at the beginning of tonight, basically, this event is going to start. This is starting from Monday, the 18th, all the way to the 22nd. Now, the reason I want to go back to this real quick is for one thing and one thing only. Toxel. Now, Toxel will also be available in the Wild area. However, of course, it's only a 10k hatch. You are able to get Toxel early through into the Wild event in 10-kilometer eggs with reduced hatch distance if you buy the ticket. You remember, you do have a $5 ticket with the hatch that you are able to get. You get half distance from hatching the egg if you want it. Now, there is a little bit of controversy here. And somebody found out that if you don't buy the ticket, Toxel from 10-kilometer eggs will be in tier 3 rarity, while anybody who has bought the ticket, Toxel will be on the first tier, the most common tier for hatching. Aside from the other Pokemons from the 10Ks, though. Any thoughts on that, Chris?
Brutal.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah. How much are you paying?
$5 or equivalent to your pricing.
Uh, I'll be real. If it was higher priced, I'd probably be more annoyed. But I mean, I guess you're paying what, $5 for higher shiny chance, basically, right?
Yeah.
Because think about it this way: Toxel is only available in the eggs, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So um, you may get a 10-kilometer egg with a Toxel in it for the Pokédex regularly, but this is the way of guaranteeing it, pretty much, right? So.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Yeah, if you really want to shiny hunt this guy, especially the little baby one, yeah, they're basically forcing you. Yeah,
Yeah, they are. So it is a cash grab. Somebody mentioned this, that this has actually been a while since they locked a new Pokemon and a new shiny Pokemon in eggs for that reason.
yeah, still better than Mister Crime.
Yeah, that's for sure. So spend your money wisely. At the end of the day, there's still going to be a little chances, and of course, Toxel will probably most likely be available after the event ends. So if you don't want to spend too much on the eggs or any of those chances there, I mean, it's gonna happen eventually. It it's kind of it more than anything. It's gonna stay around. It's gonna be probably a higher rarity later on. But regardless of how maybe plan accordingly. If you are looking for the shiny, I mean, definitely go ham if you want to. If you are not, just hoping for to get a few without a lot of shiny chances, most likely just wait throughout time. It will eventually be in your inventory, just like Larvesta has. It might almost 30 hatches of them. So, but yeah, just be very careful when it comes down to it. Another thing to note: we have special raid hours each day from Monday all the way to Friday. Let's just recap those real quick. So on Tuesday, I believe that's what it is. That Monday was another day. I guess there are. Oh no, Monday we have a max battle Monday for Dribble. So that's the reason why we don't have a raid hour that day either. So be very careful in understanding that. So max battle or max Monday, I should probably say, will be for Dribble. Make sure you do as many as you can if you're ready for Toxicity later on this week. But starting on Tuesday, we'll have an Ihelo in 5-star race and their corresponding raid hour from 6 to 7. Nothing too crazy on that. I am thinking of not even bothering with Nihela for a little bit, at least for that raid hour.
It's after us going to that Go Fest.
Yeah. Then on Wednesday, the 20th, we'll have Tapu Koko. Again, not too crazy meta relevant Pokemon anyways. This probably will be another Wednesday that I'm actually skipping raid hour, but there's
Ultra League.
Actually, I haven't really done Ultra League in like forever, so I don't know.
Yeah, he's pretty good in Ultra League, but yeah, Master League, nah, garbage.
Yeah. Then we have Thursday. Then this is where it starts getting a little more interesting. Thursday, November 22nd. I'm sorry, 21st. Origin Form Dialga and the respective raid hours. So this is something, and I'm definitely gonna try to go forward, mostly because on Friday I'm gonna be busy regardless. And then Friday, of course, the 22nd, we'll have Origin Form Palkia. Now, Palkia and Dialga will be spawning on this event starting on the day of the Into the Wild. So that's the reason a lot of them have been getting their shinies and their respective moves throughout the event. Let me see if I can actually find that little note part here. Snorlax getting to you too, huh?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Jurassic Power 1 million.
Yeah, so make sure you're ready for that. Let me just make sure it is. Is it really spawning? Let me actually check Pokegenie for raids. Lugia is still there, or the Dialga, Origin, and Old Palkia, they're already out in other parts of the world too. So same with Tapu Koko and Nihilo. So all 4 of them are going to be in 5-star X for a little bit for the entire week.
That's cool.
It is. I definitely will be looking more for Palkias, and I still need Dialga too. But Palkia is a really strong meta relevant Master League Pokemon, so I really do want to get one if possible.
Yeah, they're both decent shinies. I mean, Dialga has the cooler shiny, but
Yeah.
Palkia is just a powerhouse.
Yeah, and then starting on Monday, we do have increased remote rates from Monday through Friday, at least, or I'm sorry, from Monday to Thursday, we'll have the ability to remote rate at least 20 times per day. And then starting on Friday, there will be no limit. Now, of course, just because we have higher chance of remoting and no limits, the price is still going to be really, really, really tough. So, guys, as much as I would love to remote every single Dialga and Palkia out there, conserve your money.
Yeah, if you're rural, rural, if you're out there and you're having trouble finding groups, now's your time to grab what you want to get. If you're able to remote into them, but do it wisely.
Yeah, yeah. Money unfortunately doesn't grow on trees for neither of us here,
Yeah,
so
no.
I'm definitely not going to be going incredibly hard. But if I have the chance to do a couple of remotes here or there, I might do them. But I'm not gonna go like to the insane
No.
moments where like, oh, I'm gonna remote every single thing that I see on the map. So it was cool back in the day, but now it's just like it's too expensive. It's like I could spend $100 and only do like 20 raids at best, and it's still not gonna be enough. So be very careful on that, guys. Be very, very, very careful. But yeah, so those are most of the things that we want to recap from the Into the Wild with new information, of course, of everything that we know, especially because it's already happening around the world. But yeah, so prep wisely. Again, just like Chris has mentioned, make sure that you have enough Pokeballs for everything. Conservize your Go Safari Balls throughout the event. Make sure you have ready candy for the Algas Palkas adventure effects. Make sure that you are ready between, a couple of raids and Dynamax. Remember, you only have up to 1,600 free Dynamax particles to do Gigantamax raids or Dynamax raids. So plan accordingly of what you want to target. Instead of just wasting it more on smaller things or anything like that. So be very, very mindful of your particles there. And then of course just have fun. Just this podcast may be out by Tuesday, so right at the start of the raid hours on this Tuesday. So make sure you guys are just getting ready for those things. Anything to add for you, Chris?
I mean, I'm just going to reiterate. Don't feel like you need to get everything. Just enjoy it.
Yeah.
Make a list of things that you really want to get, and work your way down. But yeah, don't get too much FOMO if possible. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited for Mighty Pokemon personally.
Yeah. Ooh, it's
They're
good.
making them look like powerhouses.
Yeah. No, it's insane. I'm as much as I would like to do everything in the game, I'm only one person. As much as I would love to, even if I have a strong community out there that wants to do the raids, the Dynamax, and everything, I want to have fun with my friends. I actually just want to go out, do what I can, get the best of the best if possible, but also just enjoy it and have the fun of at the time of your life. This is an event that is better with friends instead of stressing out what the strongest Pokemon is out there. And I'm only saying that because I only have limited time to play.
Yes.
And yeah, so it's better to enjoy it as the most instead of stressing out to be like, I need everything in the game right now for that reason. If I was more of a content creator, probably, if it's probably part of my job, of course it's not. But it's definitely just an amazing game to play. And it's going to be a really strong one this weekend anyways. All right. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it on that. Let's go over to our PvP section. Get good, get wrecked. Here we go, Chris. So, GBL, it's out there. Y'all play the Willpower Cup and the Ultra League. I'm surprised that I haven't played any of those, but is there anything on the wild and the Willpower Cup that I need to worry about or something?
Let's check PV Poke.
Heck yeah. I'll do a battle while you do that, actually. How about that?
Okay. TV Poke rankings, and we're gonna change it over to, you said, the Willpower Cup.
Yep.
Okay. The rankings, I'm not too surprised at the top picks. They got Drapion up top with Poison Sting, Crunch, Aquatail, Quillfish, Hisuian, Poison Sting, Aquatail, Ice Beam. Then they have Shadow Drapion as number 3.
Interesting.
Overquill is actually under Quillfish, and that's usually because of a bulk difference between the first Pokemon and the evolved.
I don't think I even have an Overquill prepared for anything.
I don't. I do not,
Yeah.
because of its evolution thing. I think you just need to catch a bunch of poison types or something.
Yeah.
Poison Jab, Aqua Tail, Ice Beam for that one too. And I'm just gonna say number 5 too. Gardevoir, Shadow with Charm, Shadow Ball, and Triple Axle. So yeah, poison types very strong for this. It looks like water and ice moves are very versatile. Other than that, especially for the flyers that are in this cup, it looks like. So, keep those 5 in mind when you're making your team, but don't worry too much.
Right. Yeah. I'm actually using my Greninja right now in the Willpower Cup.
Greninja is scary.
That seems scary, actually. But I am using it against as many Pokemons as possible here. Actually, why did I even do that? I have energy on Greninja, though, so that's good. I'm running Greninja, Mandibuzz, and Metagross. I think I just picked the best of what I have at the moment. And it's doing okay. I mean, Greninja has been able to really munch down on the Umbreon that I just literally beat down. I have energy on it right now. Oh my goodness, Hyper Beam, what the heck? I just got beamed, y'all. I got beamed. But it's not too bad. Be very mindful of your counters. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go down here. Is he gonna just like Hyper Beam me, or he's just gonna farm me down? Is that the question for you, Chris?
If I was him, I'd personally just Hyper Beam.
Well, he is gonna Hyper Beam me, so let's see how it goes. I kind of wonder, should I just... Oh, no, he's just going to crunch me.
Maybe he thought you'd shield, I guess.
Maybe. He thought... Because Mandibuzz would also have been a good counter against his Hypno in the back. Does he even have shields left? Yeah, he has a shield left. Let's see if I can do something about this. This is going to be an interesting match. Is he gonna Shadow Ball if he's just gonna Fire Punch? Do you think he has Fire Punch? Nope, Shadow Ball. Haha!
So probably Thunder Punch, Shadow Ball.
Probably. Oh yeah, because there's more water types in this meta, right?
Well, and flyers, yeah, like Mandibuzz.
All right. The question is, can I beat him down? Oh, I think that was CMP. Think I win just by default. Oh heck yeah, and I still had my Greninja in the bag ready to go for it, so that's pretty cool. We may actually do a couple of this every other episode, just because that seems fun for everybody to know. It's like I'm playing the game. So but yeah, the Willpower Cup is an interesting meta, just to rank the least into the best, but be very, very, very prepared. All right, last little piece of news here would be the International Latin American Championships happening this weekend. We have a brand new champion, once again. Marto Galde is our International Latin American Champion. This from the 2025 season, and that is crazy because Marto Galde has actually been a really, really strong competitor in the Latin American. And in Worlds, he actually was probably top 3 in Worlds.
I'm pretty sure I follow him.
Yeah, he was top 3 in that sense, but still pretty cool. He has won another competition. I'm very happy to see him win because he deserves all the love that he has and all the training that he has done in the last few
Oh
months.
yeah, yeah. He used to be a streamer, right? Well, I think he still is
He is
actually.
still
My
a
bad.
streamer, yeah.
I'm tripping.
I follow him every now and then because of all the crazy stuff that he posts, but it's funny. But he definitely has gone the distance at this point. So congratulations to Marta Largue to a fantastic win. I think I can see his team here. So his team was Malamar, Shadow for Alligator, Codsire. I think that's a Shadow. Oh no, that's a regular Lolan Sandrew. Jumpluff, interestingly enough, and a Sumeru. Now, in the finals, it actually does show that he's actually almost thinks he got defeated, but because his Sumeru is in the yellow, and I think a Sky Attack is going his way, or no, a Brave Birth is going his way right now. And the Sumeru actually lives on like 2 HP. And he has a play rough ready against the Galenian Moltres. So, yeah. And that is the knockout for him, too. So, that was actually a pretty cool thing to see. At least the way that he was doing things. But, yeah. It is how it is. All right. I don't know. Is there anything else to cover just in case? Let me just make sure. Oh, yeah, there is one last thing for you guys to know. There is going to be another $2 ticket that you can purchase for the wild area. And the reason why I say that is because this ticket will allow you to, for $2, have the ability to get through time research 4 more Safari Balls every hour. For $2. And Chris is like, what?
Oh, I got it already.
Oh, you did? Oh, my goodness. Is it already in the shop? I didn't even see it. Or is it to the web store?
The early access?
No, the early access ticket for the wild area is already there. But there's another one, a $2 ticket that you can also buy and get 4 Safari Balls every hour for that reason.
Yeah, I thought it was the early access Safari Ball thing.
Is it?
It should have a picture of a Safari Ball if it's the one I'm looking at.
Let me go to the web store real quick just to make sure. I can buy it. So that means I don't have it yet. So I guess you can only buy them from the web store. Ooh, that Gold Wild Area Ultimate Box seems pretty nice. 60
Dude.
incubators, 60 ultra super incubators, 3 remote raid passes, 30 regular raid passes, and 3 Dynamax particle packs.
I was staring at it, man.
That actually might be the thing that I buy this weekend.
Christmas coming early, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking of spending $100 just on coins, but if it's all of that is allocated to all the things that I really want to do, I think that might actually be my top pick for the week. And then of course there's way more than that. Limited only $7, $8. If you're really gonna go raids or the other ticket hatchers and everything, although that $40 one is not bad either. 25 regular incubators, 30 regular super incubators, and 2 puffins. I don't know why the puffins are there though. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. Yeah, I may actually buy that. Not right now. I'll think a little bit closer to the event. So, all right. I think I ran long enough, and I think Chris and I are ready to end today's podcast today. Today. I got so many things on my computer that is like, just why are you on right now? All right, Chris. Anything else?
Nothing that I can think about.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you so much for everybody for listening to the podcast feeds and everything. I know if you're listening to any of Apple Podcasts or iHeartRadio or Spotify, we greatly appreciate it. Of course, if you can leave us a review, we greatly appreciate it because it does help out a lot. Follow our social medias, myself at PureLighterGo. You can also join Chris at PKMN Trigger, please, with a C at the end. Chris loves when I say that. Purified Podcast for anything Pokemon Go related, if I can tweet it out fast enough. You can also email us anything to purifiedpodcast@gmail.com if you really, really want to show us all our cool things throughout the event. Send us an email, yeah. You can also join our free Discord there. We'll mostly be there for anything that you guys want to discuss, but we're also part of the Pokemon Professor Discord, exclusive Discord, actually. So go join patreon.com/Pokemon Professor for as little as $1 a month for anything that you guys want to share with us over at the Pokemon Professor Network. And of course, don't forget to check us out at the purifiedpodcast.com Professor Network too. So, Chris, take us away for the night.
All right. I hope everyone is ready to get wild. It looks like it's going to be stacked. I hope we get at least something to brag about to our friends. Get out there, get catching, have fun. But, don't worry about getting everything. You're going to get something.
Yep.
So peace out. Catch you guys next week.
Keep purifying, everybody. We'll see you guys mighty next time.